Another icon that we've spoken about a lot actually in the last few weeks since he's come to Miami, Lionel Messi, Leo Messi. Wow,
Yeah.
this guy is either he's the luckiest guy in the world, or either he's just got that Midas touch. Rob, he's come to Inter Miami, a team that's last in the MLS, actual in the Pro League. They're playing in this League's Cup, right? Before he came, the atmosphere was flat. The attitude looked really flat, right? Because look where you're coming from. This guy has put this spark in this team now. That's their confidence is sky high. Even that final, they were unlucky not to finish the game. That chip at the
Twice.
end, yeah. And
Twice.
and then look who scored the winning penalty. The goalkeeper. He
Yeah.
saved the other keeper. Then he scored the winning goal. That team right now is flying. They are in the clouds, right? And what a difference one legend can make to a team.
Well, you know, Messi alone certainly changed. Was a cultural change. But I don't lose sight of the fact that they've added Alba and Busquets as well
Of
to that
course.
club. But it starts at the top with Messi, and I think there was when it happened. When they won the Leagues Cup over the weekend, there obviously Messi was spectacular on the field. Scoring the first goal in spectacular fashion. Um, and but at the end of the game, you think of all that this man has accomplished on the pitch. He's accomplished everything. World Cups, you know, champions in multiple leagues, Champions League trophies, Ballon d'Ors. I mean, he's won it all, right?
Everything.
But his awareness of what his team needs, right? They win the first trophy in this club's history. He's wearing the captain's armband and has been since he took the field. In the 52nd minute of the first match against um, Cruz Azul. They win this trophy. You know, soccer tradition is that the trophy is handed to the team captain to take to the team to celebrate. Lionel Messi has every right to be the guy to lift that up. I mean, he's the catalyst. He's Lionel Messi's like, this is not mine. There is someone else that's been the captain of this team a lot longer than I have. He takes that armband and he points across the stage to Yeldon, says, "Come here. We're lifting this together. You're the captain of this team too. You're also the captain. This club's. You're the captain of this club." And collectively, they accept the trophy from Don Garber and take it over to the team to celebrate. Though there is a master class for all the young athletes out there. I don't care how talented you are. If you don't have, I mean, there is a locker room of players that are ready to run through walls for Lionel Messi. They've learned and all watched him, perform at a high level as a professional. But now they're seeing how the best player in the world treats teammates and how aware he is of his surroundings in the sense like he could have said, "Yeah, I'm the captain now," and sorry, Yeldon, you don't get to be part of this. No, 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 no. He made sure that the captain of that team before he got there was part of raising that first trophy too. And that's just one of those things that um, there's a lot of talented players out there in the sports world that miss that opportunity to 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 share, to create a moment, but more importantly to galvanize an organization. And now that isn't Inter Miami may still be sitting in last place in MLS. They are a dangerous organization right now on the field. Dangerous
For
because
sure.
they all now think that they are unbeatable. And as of right now, they are. They've got a game tomorrow night against Cincinnati in the U.S. Open Cup semifinals. But belief in yourself and belief with the talent that they now have and the aggressive nature that the front office is now taking in going out and attracting other players or aggressively going after other players, whether it's Suarez, whether it's Ramos, whether it's they're looking at an Argentinian striker or a defender from Santos now. I mean, they are now, everybody is walking around with a puff chest. They're a skip in their step. Everybody is moving at a totally different level and pace now that Lionel is there. And again, not that it wouldn't have been a celebratory moment had he taken the trophy and walked it over there. They would have celebrated the same. But he basically turned the volume up to 11, if you will, to borrow something from Spinal Tap. He turned it up another notch by including Yeldon in a way to where that team just was like, oh hell yeah, oh hell yeah. And not only is he our guy, but he will lead us to places that we never thought we could ever go. I mean, he's elevated Robbie Taylor. He's elevated, the young American Argentinian striker. Everybody around them is now playing at a much higher level, and it's fun to watch because of theater, but it's intriguing as hell. And with that happening on U.S. soil, with Copa America and World Cup, coming down the road, I mean, it's just putting us in a it's a great time to be in the sports business. It's a great time to be alive. I mean, Inter Miami fan or not, MLS fan or not, you can't help but watch. I mean, it's must see TV, and our friends at Apple are capitalizing hand over fist on it. Adidas is selling jerseys left and right, and right now, Inter Miami is the ticket in MLS.
For sure. For sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's grown Apple's appetite to have a look at ESPN. From what I've heard recently is that there's conversations out there that are saying that Apple could be, or Bob Iger's engaged Apple in having discussions about purchasing ESPN.
Yeah, well, you're right. I mean, it's been a perfect storm for sure, but it is what it has demonstrated is, what you and I talk about every week, and we know from being in the business is that, man, sports is a powerful elixir, and it is an accelerant. It is a revenue generator, and when it is clicking and things are aligned, wow, just wow, the results. And yes, look, Apple struck, had to deal with. Look, they took a risk with MLS, and look, they were able to take that leap a little bit because some of their sports related programming was successful, and tip of the cap a little bit to Ted Lasso that it created an interesting buzz. I don't think that when they started that series that they thought Nike would come to them and say, we want to be in on the kit so that we can actually have a merchandising deal with you to sell AFC Richmond gear. Okay.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, I don't think that was anywhere in the script, in coming up with that. Right. And then you have that momentum and you go, okay, maybe we're onto something with this soccer thing. We can't go get the Premier League. We can't go. All right, we've got MLS, and MLS is in the middle of looking. Okay, we can do a pay-per-view deal, but we want to kind of look at this. Wow, Amazon kind of jumped in with the NFL. Okay, Netflix is in on the Drive to Survive a little bit. So we take us take another step, and they do. Okay, and then, and then the greatest player in the world shows up, right? And not only does he show up, but he shows up mid-season, coming off holiday. He's in preseason form, and he's scoring goals. He's winning games. He is doing it in dramatic fashion. He is come from behind wins, and ratings are off the charts. Subscriptions are going through the roof. Every time he scores a goal, it becomes a Guinness Book of World Records for the most video clip viewed in the world.
Wow.
I mean, it's and again, we've talked about we've got a client that's on the front of that shirt that is getting exposure worldwide. We're running out of numbers. We're just kind of we're putting more commas every time on what the impressions and the value of what they have gotten in 6 games, 7 games.
Wow.
It's exceeded every expectation. But I think all of us, knowing there's a game tomorrow, I don't know if we can be surprised, but I guarantee you he's going to do something that's going to surprise us. And we and look, MLS is enjoy this, enjoy every minute of it, because this is one of the more historic debuts in league history.
For sure. For sure.
So this is a lot of fun to have a personal relationship, a professional relationship to it, and then just as a fan and just go, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. It is kind of a Hollywood script in some ways. And you and I both know that there's Apple is already doing the documentary on his arrival. So, they have doubled down and doubled down and doubled down. And so
for sure, man.
We're in Vegas, so they have split the aces, and they're taking a hit and they're ready to go.
100%. And I think there's more to come. There's more greatness to come. But we'll keep going.